Oh, what do we have here? Look at this. Gang. Okay. This is on some Merry Christmas right here. Look at this. Russia makes an unexpected Bitcoin mining move in Africa. So here we are, Christmas Eve. And Russia and Ethiopia is hooking up deals for Bitcoin. Check this out. Russian Bitcoin mining solutions provider BitCluster has announced plans to build a 120 megawatt data center in Ethiopia and turn the country into a global mining hub. Look at that. So we have Russia and Ethiopia hooking deals. And think about this. Out of all the deals that they could be hooking up, I want you to think about this because we all got that friend. We all got that family member. We all got that somebody who will tell us, oh, Bitcoin is just too volatile. It's a bubble. You know, it's just internet money. It ain't really whatever. Right, check this out. Out of all the deals Russia could be making with Ethiopia, they could be making weapons deals. You know, Russia is a supplier of weapons. They could be like, yo, let's mine some gold. There's gold in Ethiopia. Russia is part of BRICS. We all know about the BRICS, their own currency that they're trying to undermine the dollar, blah, blah, blah. They could be like, yo, let's mine some gold. They bypass mining gold, salt, copper, diamonds, oil. They want the Bitcoin. They're hooking up to do Bitcoin. The facility, which will spread over an area of 30,000 square meters in the capital, Addis Ababa. So 30,000 square meters, what's that, about 100,000 square feet? Will be located in the borders of the whatever. The data center planned to be operational in January 2024. That's like a week from now. They're ready to go with this Bitcoin. Like, listen to this. If people aren't understanding right now, it's just over your head. I'm done trying to get these new people to try to understand like what this Bitcoin thing is, why it is what it is. We got whole countries making it legal tender. El Salvador, Argentina's talking the same way. Venezuela, other parts of Africa, Eastern Europe, Asia, blah, blah, blah. We got whole financial institutions. We have 12 different companies, including BlackRock. BlackRock holds trillions of assets under management, literally. Fidelity. We got Grayscale, Bitcoin ETFs, buying up all the Bitcoin so they can resell it. We have large corporations putting it on their balance sheets. We have whole countries not only accepting it as legal tender, but also mining it. And here we have Russia and Ethiopia hooking up a deal to mine Bitcoin. So that should tell you like this is the future. We see what the blockchain technology is doing within the financial infrastructure globally. And this isn't Russia's first dance with crypto. When I had a Crypt Talk podcast, I did a few different stories about how Russia and Ukraine are both using Bitcoin to fund their conflict. You can look that up. So out of all the different things, all the different commodities that they could be actually collaborating on, they're collaborating on mining Bitcoin. They know the halving is coming up in April. Everyone knows. And they want their hands on the most scarce investment asset that we have, which is Bitcoin. That should tell you something right there. So for those who don't get it, they just don't get it. You just gotta leave them alone. For those that's like, oh, it was higher, it's too volatile. Look, you could really actually consider this. Right now, Bitcoin's at what? 43,000. So literally, there's probably only like 60 days in the last 14 years that Bitcoin was higher than it is right now. 60 days within about a 14-year period where you could say if you bought Bitcoin only during one of those days, you're not in the profit. Even if you said there's a whole year that Bitcoin was higher than it is right now at 43,000, that would still be less than 10%. That'd be like what, 7.5%, 8% or something. So no, Bitcoin is what it is. And it's not even just about the fact that the halving and the bull cycle and all these different things that are coming with this adoption that's happening. It's not even just about that. It's about the fact that this is the transition that we're making digitally into blockchain solutions within the financial infrastructure. And that includes DeFi. That includes, just the whole different things that you could do, the NFTs, the tokenization of real life assets. All this stuff is coming. It's already here. It's just going to build. But 2%, maybe 2.5% of the global population own any Bitcoin. So that means literally just by having some Bitcoin, you're in the 2%, which over time, that is going to mean more and more. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to. You can just look at what's going on. Russia just collaborated with Ethiopia to build 100,000 square foot mining facility of Bitcoin. Not diamonds, not gold, not drilling for oil, not salt, not any of the other different resources. You know what I'm saying? They could be doing weapons deal. Look, they're right. Ethiopia is right by Israel. It's hot over there right now. That ain't what they're doing, though. That's not the kind of collaboration that Russia and Ethiopia is doing. What they're doing is they're saying, let's mine Bitcoin. Let's do it right now. Before this happens, we're gonna scrape. We're gonna eat off this. That's how they feel. Right? Let's check this out. So BitCluster stated that the engineering and technical conditions of the data center met the requirements of the most modern mining devices. So they're going highest tech as can be with this mining operation. The company also announced that the new energy infrastructure of the Kalinto high voltage substation will provide the facility with the uninterrupted power supply with an expected uptime of 99%. So it's going to be very efficient. It'll be in operation 99% of the time. Maybe one time, 1% for upgrades, maintenance, blah, blah, blah. The electricity of the data center that will mine BTC will be provided entirely from renewable energy. So they're going to make sure that it's green. For all the talk about Bitcoin mining, takes so much energy, which really it doesn't. Like you consider like in the United States, just for Christmas, the lights use more energy than probably mining Bitcoin for a whole year collectively. But whatever, they're still going to do it renewable energy. Specifically from the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. So I just want you to understand, or so you can stay focused, right? Because you're blessed. Don't miss your blessing. If you're listening to this, you're blessed because you have this information for one, and you probably have an understanding of Bitcoin and blockchain and what this, how this financial infrastructure is globally changing. So don't let anybody spoil your blessing with the FUD that Bitcoin is a bubble, that it's just a fad, that it's not real money. Don't let them spoil you with that, because there's a reason why these countries want all the Bitcoin. These corporations want all the Bitcoin, all these financial, institutions, they want all the Bitcoin. Like they're doing all of this for Bitcoin. So you better have some, is what I'm saying. If you know, like I know. If you know, you know.